I've waited a long time for this. Ahoy toy, welcome to Transfixed, the channel for masticators and mastigators. Before we get started, I just want to let you know that I also have an Instagram account, which is Transfixed, or Brian V. Nichols. And the reason I mention that is just because if I ever forget to show something in a video, like a comparison, for example, I will put that on Instagram. So there are some good Transformers photos there. And I also post other things that tickle me, like funny things I see when I'm reading old comic books. I'll put pictures of that up, and just general toy stuff. So check that out, Transfixed on Instagram. Tonight we're going to take a look at the final two Headmasters from MechFansToys. We've got Crocodile on the left and KONGMING on the right. Now, it's a bit hard to tell what these guys are called based on the box, if you were looking at the box. I do like these G1 style boxes that come in. I think I kept some of them, but I don't have them handy, unfortunately, right now. But I like that they have the Japanese Fight Super Mech Life, similar to the Japanese Headmasters cartoon, which was Fight Super Robot Life Form, I believe. And then they've had to change the names here, so instead of, I think instead of Grax, we've got, what's this? Allbite. Deformation into Wolfman's head. Wolfman. Who is Wolfman? This is Allbite the trainer. I don't think that's Wolfman. On the back here, we got Wolfman, Crocodile. Well, that's correct. I just think they haven't updated this since the first releases. So same thing over here for KONGMING. We got Chromium instead of Arcana. Chromium deformation into Cool One's head. Cool One? I thought this was KONGMING, but it says Cool One. So I think what they've done here is they just haven't updated these boxes since the first release, because the first Decepticon Headmaster that MechFansToys put out was Weird Wolf, which was probably Wolfman. I didn't keep the box. And Cool One was Chrome Dome, if I remember rightly. So I think they just haven't updated these parts, but they've updated the numbers and the name underneath. Go figure. It's, you know, it's a KO. What can you do? And then down here, it's got the Rebirth, which was the North American season 4 miniseries of the Headmasters. So we got both. Instructions are interesting. The one for it's ripped. The one for KONGMING here is 2. It's a 2-parter. So you got this sheet is where you start off with. Flip it over. And then you need to go to the second sheet. And then the one for Crocodile is 1 sheet, but it also has the one for the other versions of the recolor for the Optimus Prime. So this is from a G1 cartoon episode called City of Steel, where Optimus Prime got blown into pieces and the Constructicons reassembled him into an alligator, or an Alicon, if you will. This has been done before. FansToys did that with their version of SKULLCRUNCHER. This one has a remold, though, so the chest is different, so that it's got the windows there. I just wish that if they were going to do this, they'd do this in the right colors, because in the cartoon he's got a gray head and some other gray parts, and they could have done that, because the head is hidden in robot mode. It just hangs off the back. So I don't know why they, they went kind of halfway. But anyways, you get the instructions for both of those. So they come with all this stuff. All the Autobot Headmasters have 2 weapons, of course. I think they're 2 blasters like this. You could hold that one like a sword if you want to, I suppose, but I don't think it's supposed to be. And then, of course, SKULLCRUNCHER has his tail sword, which is great. And then he actually gives us 2 guns, which is nice. So you can choose if you want to have a nice metallic gun or the pink one, which, of course, would be best in the alt mode. And you can have him hold them just like that. I'll try it with the silver one because it's more contrast. So you can have it like that. Or you can put this piece of the tail on top. This pegs on here. I prefer it like this. The thing about SKULLCRUNCHER, because of the way he transforms into the Crocodile, is that he's got a rotation here on the bicep, and also another one down here. So you can get some really great poses with him. Not that I can pose a Transformer worth a damn, but you can do it if you know what you're doing. So we'll take a look at SKULLCRUNCHER first, because I like him better. Not a big fan of Brainstorm. I know he's got his fans, and I know he was featured well in the IDW comics, but I'm just not that interested in him as a toy or a character. But we'll come back to him. So SKULLCRUNCHER here, or Crocodile, it's pretty good. It's not as G1 as the rest though, which is weird because if you've been following my channel, you know that I've been slowly swapping out these MechFansToys versions of the figures from the Takara Legends ones. So we had the Titans Return, was it Titans? Yeah, Titans Return line in North America, and in Japan it was Legends, and they were the same figures but with different head sculpts. These head sculpts were more close to the Japanese Headmaster's cartoon, and that makes sense, rather than the toy like the North American ones were, and they were painted more like the cartoon as well. So the MechFansToys was going more G1 cartoon accurate, and I like that. But for some reason, SKULLCRUNCHER didn't get that treatment. There are some improvements, of course, like these claws or feet are hanging off the back like they should be in the animation and the toy, and you know, he's generally closer, but there's just some weird choices. Like this torso doesn't really match anything. He's got these weird kind of rib cages that are sticking out here, and I mean the overall shape is close enough. I think also they based the animation models off of an unstickered toy because this was all white with just a divot in here. Didn't have the paint, didn't have the red in the cartoon, but and this of course is a toy hack sticker stuck on there. Anyway, I mean don't get me wrong, I'm happy with it, but it's just not the same treatment that all the other characters have had. The head sculpt even is a little bit off. I do like the paint and the nice chrome red visor, but it's just, you know, I gotta admit, I think this Takara head is got a bit more personality, and it's more close to the cartoon. Now, a couple things they did do right. They fixed the leg. So I think I did a video about this before, but if you unscrew this leg, I mean, before the leg was just hanging off the side like that, and I thought it could have easily gone in here, so I unscrewed it, and you just slide it off and slide it in, and it hides in here just nicely and gives him a nice heel. So, I think I did a video about that, and the other thing I did is, yeah, I painted his eyes. Pretty sure I did anyways. So that's fine, but yeah, on here they fixed that, so they've got this part actually spins around. I'll show you the whole transformation. I guess we can get into it now. So yeah, let's do that. Neither of them look quite right. One of the things is that there's no he should have, like the cartoon and the original toy had this black or dark gray part on the head. This one doesn't have that either, so I'm thinking of painting that. And the head is just, I don't know, it's just I guess it does look more, this looks a bit more like an alligator. The pointed snout is the crocodile, but it just doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like the animation. The toy was very chunky. I just don't get why they made these departures. But overall, it's a good toy. I guess I'm complaining too much. So let's transform it. So of course the little head guy does have a rotation, and he comes out. And it's just a simple unfold like the original G1 toy. And the arms go up. They're linked together. So there's a little, oh, this is Grax? I think it's Grax. So once the head's off, a few things here. So there's a little door on his arms here. When you flip this up, you can see it's got some gator or crocodile spikes. And then the hands fold in, and then this comes out. So you can kind of see his hand in there, but it doesn't look like a hand when it's transformed. So that's fine. And this sort of pegs in. If you look closely here, when it's when the hand is out, one of those spikes will peg into that little divot there. Why do I keep saying divot? That little notch to hold it, so his hand won't. You can accidentally. That's how it's supposed to be there. You can accidentally push it in a bit, but it does a pretty good job. Oh, and it can actually go down like that, and then you got to get something to get it out of there. I've made a mistake. I've made an error. Okay, let's push it out from the other side. It's okay. We'll get it out. There we go. Oh, I forgot. There's the stats in here. So that speed, strength, and intelligence. He's a little more intelligent than I would have expected. Alright, so this is very similar to the Hasbro Takara one, where you put the shoulders up like this, and then this neck plugs in. Oh, actually it goes like that. This plugs in here. And then we want to angle this up this way, and he's got nice articulation because of this, so it gives him like a double elbow joint that I forgot to show off. And then, so yeah, this is the nice part here, that these legs actually flip in. So out of the package, his legs are actually, they're like this. They're rotated all the way up. Not really relevant, but for some reason it's like this when you get it out of the box. But the instructions show you to rotate it down and put the foot facing forward like this, and then he has a nice little heel and he stands very well. So I don't know why it's like that out of the package, but that's how we want it when he's in robot mode, just like that. So for Crocodile mode, this just flips out. See, this is what I was saying, the Hasbro Takara version could have done the same thing. And then the legs lock together here. Ouch. Those are some spiky spikes. And then the feet rotate around on the ball joint and then just sit in here. The only thing I complain about with MechFansToys is there's a lot of mold flashing. So you kind of have to sometimes clean up, like these, you can see these little sprue marks where it's come off the mold. But that's not a big deal. So then this folds down, and then you just have to orient the feet and legs around. Lots of joints in here, more than he really needs actually. So that goes in like that. And then of course you want the pink gun and this top part if they're separated. So this just tabs into here. This peg will go into the sword to form the tail, and then you plug that loop onto there, or you hook it on here, and then you get a bit of a joint here. You can turn that a little bit, and then down here as well. So you can kind of give him a curved tail like that, which is nice. That doesn't lock in super secure, but good enough. And then this part, I find you need you kind of need a knife. There's really nothing to grab onto. You need a knife to open up this door. And yeah, I wish there was something to get some purchase on it. There we go. There's just nothing to grab onto. So, but at least the trainer can sit inside the little seat there, and he doesn't have to sit in the mouth like the G1 toy did, where you had to put him in the jaw. And then he's got a nicely painted metallic red eyes, and good articulation on the mouth. Nice sharp teeth. Ah! And then yeah, like a double joint here on the neck. Really nice. You can get some nice, and this is Crocodile, like the way these teeth overlap. So pretty good in both modes. Not super G1, but super good. So he looks quite a lot actually like the Takara version, if you ask me, in this mode. I still like it better. Quite a lot of personality actually. There he is from the side. I wish there was some place I could put a Decepticon logo here. It should be right there. I mean, I guess they're trying to make it look more Crocodile-like. I shouldn't complain about all these spikes and stuff, but it's just, I don't know. It's weird that the whole line is so G1 focused, except this guy. These doors don't really tab into place, but it's okay. Once he's on a flat surface, it all does line up properly. It's just when I pick him up, he does this. Then you got this extra gun. There's nothing to do with that when he's in this mode, but hey. So let's take a look at Brainstorm now. Brainstorm is pretty nice figure. Here's his tech spec. He should be very intelligent. He's got speed, no strength, very low strength, and intelligence is right up there with his speed, oddly enough. I haven't gone back to check if that's G1 accurate, but not exactly what I'd expect. There's a little flight stand adapter. Sadly, I'm gearing up to move, so I packed up a lot of my collection. I don't have the little flight stand that I normally display this with, but if it has that square tab on the top, like other MechFansToys things have come with, I've got a stand that came with the not Scourge, but the Scourge recolor into DevCon. That's normally what I show this with. You can actually put this on the robot mode, and he's just got a bit of a, you know, that doesn't actually look too bad if you ask me. You could just leave that there if you want somewhere to keep it. But it's supposed to be for the alt mode. So this is kind of cool. There's a little faux window down here. Now, simple transformation for this dude, and again, it's similar to the, I don't know about the G1 actually, I don't have it, I never have, but it's similar to the DX9 toy that this is probably based off of. There's Arcana. So let's see, where should we start here? Let's start with the chest. So this is going to open right out, and then this opens up. You can see there's the actual cockpit there. this part gets hidden in alt mode, and then here's this little part that's going to lock into the leg later. And we'll just keep that open for now. This is going to get filled in with a leg. And let's see, we have two different feet here. This is the front one, we know because it's pointy. So this is actually going to go, we're going to rotate this around the side, and then this piece of leg will become the front. So we're going to have to rotate this up like that. And this actually goes all the way out to the toe and straighten it out. Oh, I've done this. Actually, it needs to go. Oh, sorry, we're gonna open up this panel on the back. That's the way it should go, upside down. It's just, yeah. Now this looks wrong, right? Because this actually pivots around. That's the secret. So that goes in there, and then this is going to tab into the knee, lock it into place, and then of course we'll close this door up now that we've done that with the leg, and then this will come down here, and that's the nose of the spaceship, I guess. And then similar to the back one, so this will come out as well, but only that far. This will rotate around, and this will pivot here. Now this part is going to be a little bit tricky because we got to collapse this, and oh, what have I done? No, this is this way. This is the way it goes underneath, and now we got to get this door closed underneath here. So this is the tricky part. You kind of got to close it. Oh, actually, that's not tricky. There's enough clearance for that. I didn't realize that the first time I transformed it. And there's a little tab here that's going to go in here, and that'll form the seat inside the cockpit. And then his foot goes right into his neck, or his butt, I guess. his aft, and that just plugs in there. So that's kind of cool. That looks fine. Now we've got a cockpit where Arcana can go. Now I haven't found a way to sit this guy properly. I think you just have to fold him up as if he were in the head mode and just drop him in there like that. But that's okay. You can't see him anyway. And close that. Now we'll do the arms, which are pretty simple. We'll just straighten them out. This is going to spin around. And then what we do here, this is interesting. This unfolds here, and then the hand folds back in on itself. This is that round part. That'll just kind of grab on there. And then this will just tuck down here. Is there a tab? No, there's no tab. But there is a tab on the side. Where is it here? Here on the shoulder that plugs in here. That goes in there. Just kind of wiggle it into place. And the wing goes up. So, of course, same thing over here. This is just hiding out of the way. There's not much to it. I always thought this was a very simple transformation from what I could see of the G1. And then I put this up there. So yeah, then you kind of got this sort of, it's vaguely an X-Wing type of mode. Actually looks pretty cool. I like these intakes here. And then, so for the weapons, this one is in alt mode already. So in robot mode, he's holding the gun like this, and then you just go like that. And there's a tab for the alt mode, and this actually retracts. And then you want the fin up, of course. And this is nice that it's not a circle. It actually will stay straight. So I'll put that in there. That in there. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool alt mode. And then, of course, you've got the flight stand. Now, this will kind of... Now, it'll sit without the guns. When you put the guns on, it's front heavy and it'll tip over. So if you put the flight stand adapter on, you can see it's notched out for the leg joints there. You can actually sit it flat now without the flight stand. So that will keep it level. It's pretty good little alt mode, and it's actually pretty fun. Like this, the way this transforms in the back, it's very good for whooshing around. You can hold it while you know. Not that I would do that, of course. I mean, anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that it's got the thrusters on the back here. I do like it, especially I like the Japanese version having the black wings rather than the gray of the North American release. So there's a comparison with the Takara Legends versions of these characters. I apologize that Brainstorm is missing his head. My daughter was playing with them, and she likes to hide them. So Arcana, his head is currently hidden somewhere inside a Scorponok, and I can't find it. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about these two guys. I recommend them. I recommend the whole lineup. I think it's great that you can get all 7 Headmasters in this scale, the Legends Plus scale. I've been getting all mine from TF Direct, tf-direct.com. I think these two are still available. Not sure if you can get the older ones, but yeah, it's a great lineup. They're cartoon accurate. I think they're the only ones you can get the complete set in cartoon accurate look. Not even Masterpiece has that on offer in the third-party realm. Your only other option would be Hasbro and Takara. So that's all. Thanks for watching.